All right, guys. So we are now going to start breaking down this massive news overload that came out from Disney's press conference here, their investors meeting. It was pretty much virtual D23 in a lot of ways, in all honesty. But we're going to get into the first thing here that excited me quite a bit. Being a huge fan of the show Legion, um, we had news that Noah Hawley, the creator of the Fargo TV series, and then the showrunner of Legion, the writer, I think he even directed a couple episodes. Can't remember. Don't quote me on that. But he was also, funnily enough, he was in the process before the whole Disney Fox merger. He was penning a Doctor Doom script. So I was kind of bummed that that's not happening, because if you've ever seen like Fargo or Legion, like this dude is an incredible writer, and he's not like a traditional. The shows that he's behind are not very just traditional shows. They make you think. They're very like Legion's a very wacky show, but like very like I don't know. It's fourth dimensional stuff, man. Like, I mean, it's not your typical kind of thing. Definitely not your typical superhero kind of show. And he is developing a Alien TV series
That's cool.
with Ridley Scott as an executive producer. And I am a massive fan of the Xenomorph itself, the Alien franchise as a whole. I love it. I love the writer here. So this was probably one of the most exciting things that honestly came out of the whole thing. This is going to be on FX because, as you now know, like I said, with the Disney Fox merger, Disney now owns Fox and they own FX and Hulu and all that fun stuff. So this was a big thing for me. And then I know a lot of people, I'm not too familiar with this, but everyone was really hyping it up. Another thing coming to FX is a Shogun series. So I'm just gonna kind of throw that out there.
And Game of Thrones and feudal Japan.
Yeah. So I'm sure it sounds good. I'm not familiar with it though, but I know a lot of people were excited for it. So if you didn't know about it, there you go. Shogun is coming to FX as well. So we'll be looking at that. I'm sure I'll definitely check it out when it comes out, because like I said, I've heard a lot of good things. But I mean, we're getting an Alien series. So that's what do you guys think about this?
I love that idea. Like, I love aliens and xenomorphs, like you said, and I don't know. It doesn't really ever get me down when I hear they're doing something new with Alien, unless it was Covenant. That wasn't.
Covenant was fine.
It was interesting, but
it was better than AVP.
Yeah, yeah.
So, that's all I care about.
True.
I'm excited for it. I mean, I'll give it a watch when it comes out. I'm not the biggest Alien fan in the world. I like the movies. It just I don't know what it was. I mean, I guess I never took the time to watch it. By the time I was old enough to actually watch it and appreciate it, um, I was into comic books so much that I just didn't cross over into that for some reason. But it's still I like the movies. I've watched them a few times each. So the TV show sounds exciting, especially given, like you said, the director and the creator's pedigree. Because Fargo was an excellent show, and I've heard nothing but good things about Legion, though I still need to watch
Great
it.
show.
I've never seen those, either of them.
Yeah, Fargo was amazingly good, considering they took what was kind of a one-off movie that really didn't have anywhere else to go and created this really anthology series out of it. It's been excellent. So yeah, that's exciting. And then Shogun, man, I hadn't even like I was so wrapped up in the Star Wars and Marvel news from this week. I hadn't even dove into what else Disney announced. And so hearing about FX doing some stuff and Shogun, I love martial arts. I love martial arts entertainment. I grew up watching Bruce Lee films and never lost the love of those. So yeah, that Shogun series sounds like that could be really good. I'm excited to see what else goes into that. What I am a little, what I'm curious about, you may have an answer for me because you know a little bit more about maybe these announcements. Is you say they're going to FX? Is as FX shows, are they going to be available streaming somewhere in the Disney arena, or is that a Hulu type deal? You need Hulu to watch them streaming, or does
Yeah.
FX have its own streaming service? Because because I abandoned cable over a decade ago, and I don't have any plans to go back even for these two shows. So I'm
Yeah.
going to need to find a way to watch them some other way.
I'm not for sure on the details, but FX has been integrated into Hulu. I don't know if
Okay.
they're at the point of doing essentially like day and day releases with FX series, like or if
Okay.
they're premiering first. But I know like who like as soon as the Fox merger happened, essentially like all the commercials and everything for both Hulu and FX essentially just say FX on Hulu. And so it's like its
Okay.
own thing,
Yeah.
like, it's essentially has its, like, kind of own section on Hulu for, like, FX
Okay.
programming. So I'd have to look more into to see if they are gonna start doing and they might already be doing day and date releases with FX shows, but I'm not 100%, but inevitably, it will end up on, Hulu no matter what, because that's where all FX stuff is going at this point. The only thing I did see too is that someone said that, it's gonna be set on in Earth, like, on planet Earth. The Alien show, which is it's never really happened.
No.
It kind of happened in AVP if you want to go that route. I'm pretty sure they were on Earth, but I don't know if we're really considering that canonical at this point because it's not with Ridley Scott canonical stuff, but it's xenomorph. So I call them
See,
their
now
own
that
things.
now that has me more interested about it too. Like I like the idea that maybe they're here and we don't know that they're here, or the slow invasion or whatever, for lack of a better way to put it. That would be very cool.
Yeah,
I love some old invasion shows like War of the Worlds and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
V and stuff and shows, old sci-fi shows like that. Really, I really like those. So yeah, that'd be dope.
yeah. I mean, that's what they say. It's going to be set in the not too far in the future here on Earth. So that'll be interesting. And that's the thing too. I got to say, because like we were kind of we mentioned this before. At least I've mentioned it all the time with like zombie movies and stuff, and like The Walking Dead and like all these things. It's like not a very scary threat. Like like The Walking Dead world. You gotta be afraid of other humans, like scumbags out there. Because
Yeah.
the walkers, they're just walking around. They're more of an annoyance, really. You know what I mean? That's really
It's
what
like
it is.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, like God damn it! Now I gotta waste ammo. I gotta do this. Gotta clean my clothes. Like we're low on detergent. But like xenomorphs, man, that's not something you want to mess with, dude. Because like that's what the first Alien movie alone just showed what one of them can do to a crew of people.
Oh yeah.
Then Aliens is like, well, here's what a whole nest of them can do to a small military brigade. You know what I mean? So like now it's like, just look what they could do with like, however many on Earth. You know what I mean? Like we'd be effed. All right, we'd be done.
I'm gonna go on a quick tangent real quick. That was one of the things, I think maybe one of the reasons I never got fully into Aliens was, and Terminator had the same problem. They always seemed to tease the idea that the aliens were coming to Earth, or they were going to be on Earth at some point. I seem to remember Sigourney Weaver waking up from a dream where the aliens were on their way to Earth or had gotten to Earth, and it never paid off. And the same with like the Terminator series movies did this, where you always got the idea that the machines were going to rise, but you never really saw the machines, that big fight, the big battle with the machines, and so the
They
idea.
tried in Salvation.
Oh, see, I was out by that point.
Yeah,
By that point, they
Christian
had lost
Bale,
me,
they
and I was
tried
just,
it. Yeah.
okay. So yeah, I'm definitely on board if they're finally going to pay off. This decades long tease of, what if they were here? What if they got to Earth? So that would be awesome. I'd
Kind of
appreciate
like Jurassic Park. We were almost kind of we've always been teased about them just running loose.
Yeah.
And like we never. Hopefully, we get to see that pan out too, because that's what supposedly the new one's going to be. So
Sure.
but we'll just have to wait and see. What do you guys think about this? Is that if you're like me at all, like you're probably pretty excited because I gotta say too, a fun fact here. Supposedly, my mom told me that Alien, and this might make me a little biased, but Alien, the first one, was the first movie I ever watched as a baby. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So
that's terrifying.
Yeah, like I turned out okay for the most part. I think,
you?
But I really like xenomorphs. So I don't know.
Yeah.
They're like fun fact. There we
They're
go.
like a surrogate parental
Yeah, I
figure
guess.
for you.
I mean, it was just subliminally made to like these things because I don't know if I was forced to watch it or what, but I mean, apparently it was the first movie I ever watched, so probably why I like them. I don't know, but what do you guys think about this? Are you like John and were you excited to see them potentially? I guess the Earth invasion of the xenomorphs, and I don't know. I just gotta say, if that's the case, I don't think humanity is gonna last
No.
too long. So let us know what you guys think down in the comment section below.